Hi everyone, this is Julia from Adventure Geek, and this week I'm going to be talking all about my new rain jacket. I say new rain jacket, I've actually been wearing this now for about 4 or 5 months. I've been on the hunt for a perfect rain jacket. I've gone through ponchos, frog togs, you name it, and I think I finally, fingers crossed, found the rain jacket that's going to suit my needs. Obviously it rains a lot in the UK, so I've had a bit of opportunity to test this out. I've got a Tour de Mont Blanc coming up. I'm over in Norway in a couple of weeks time, so yeah, I thought I would put this to the test. I'm going to tell you about this particular rain jacket, things I like about it, things I don't, some really good specs, and like the limit that I was looking for with regards to hydrostatic heads and stuff like that. So if that's of interest to you and you want to stick around, find out if this is going to be the perfect rain jacket for me or not, stay tuned for this week's Give video. This is actually the ladies or the women's large, which is a size 14. I'm not a size 14, I'm like a size 12, but I sized up because I like my rain jackets a little bit baggier, especially if I've got like various different layers on underneath. So it's actually from a company called Harrier. These are the Harrier Run Free jackets, so they're like trail running jackets. Now there was 2 things that was a certain that I needed, and I wouldn't buy a jacket unless it had these. So the first thing was I wanted like the waterproofness to be at least 15,000, and it needed to be breathable. So one thing I found with ponchos and frog togs and all the rest of it is that yes, they keep the water out, which is great, but then you sweat like a good underneath, and if you're wet inside, then what's the point of having a rain jacket? So I wanted something with either pit zips or really good ventilation, and this has both. So I'm going to go through some of the features now. So the first thing is the hydrostatic head, I think that's what they call it, was rated at 15,000, and it has pit zips on both sides as well. So, and these do work as well. So I've been out quite a bit. You're going up hills, it's pouring down with rain, so it is raining, but you still want to open these up and you get some ventilation in, which works really well. So that's the 2 main key features. So let's go through some of the other features. So I'm called Adventure Geek because I'm geeky and I like my features and gadgets, and this jacket is full of them. So let's just go through a few things to start with. The first thing that I haven't seen on any other rain jacket is the silicone tabs. So you've got like little strips of silicone on both shoulders, which actually helps with your backpack, and it just stops wear and tear on the backpack. Obviously, if you've got your backpack right next to the material, you've got a chance of water actually getting through there as well. So it stops friction, stops wear and tear, so the silicone tabs are great. So that's feature number 1. So feature number 2, which I just think is brilliant, especially because I've got this issue about wanting to air myself out. So if you've got 2 zips, I'm going to talk about this zip in a second, but the first zip, if you undo that, it's got these little press studs, so you can press stud that in like that, and then you can vent that way without it all flapping around. Don't you think that's a cool idea? I was thinking, why are other jackets not doing that? So rather than it all flapping about, you've press studded it together and you can carry on hiking, which I just think is cool. So that's feature number 2. So let's talk pockets. We all like pockets. So it's got 2 side pockets, which are quite nice and deep, and it's got nice, easy to use, and they're logoed up YKK zippers as well. I had no issues at all with the zippers. They go up and down, especially as I get really cold hands, so it's nice to have those extra like pulleys, as it were. You've got additional pockets as well. If I turn around, you've got a zip on the back which will fit your phone. It's quite a big one, and again it's got these YKK zippers with the extra pulley bits as well, which is quite cool. So yeah, 3 pockets, that's a really good feature. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that back pocket in a second. Right, feature number 4 is probably one of the most important bits, which is the hood. So they've put a lot of thought into this. I wear a baseball cap, but if you don't wear a baseball cap, let me take my hat off, you can see that you've actually got a peaked cap here, which is really quite handy. And it's got 3 places to cinch it down. I don't know why I was looking at my fingers then. So you can cinch it down either side. and you've also got one, you've also got a cinch on the back as well. The good thing about this is if you're moving your head, it actually moves with you rather than you moving your head within the hood, which is the problem I have with the poncho and with frog togs as well. So you can't actually see where you're going. With this, whenever you move, the whole thing moves with you. So it's terrible doing this inside. I perhaps should have done this in the rain. Anyway, that's the hood, feature number 4. Right, I absolutely love this feature as well. I don't know how often I'll use it, but I really do like it. If you're doing trail running or any sort of like running and you've got a vest pack on, I've got a Salomon 35 litre backpack on at the moment. Yes, it's not full, but what they've done is they've put some extra pleats in the back to give it a little bit more space, so you can actually put your jacket on over a running vest or like a small day pack, something like that. The great thing about it is, you know, I mentioned you've got 2 zips here, so obviously that's your main zip, but they've got a side zip which is just here, so you can undo that. Again, it's giving you a little bit more ventilation if I undo that, but then gives you access to your water in your running pack. So I just think that's absolutely genius. What a great idea that is. So I do like that, and if I'm using my Salomon pack, it probably won't go over my Atom pack, which is a 65 litre. It definitely won't do that. But just for a day pack, I just think that's a really cool idea. So that's feature, I think that's number 5 now. But yeah, this jacket is full of features and I'm loving it. So feature number 6 is something I think is quite important, and I don't wear any bottoms with regards to like waterproof trousers or anything like that. So I wanted a jacket that was slightly longer, and I like the way, I'll probably give you a bit of a close-up on this one. It comes right under my bum there, and it sort of tucks in nicely as well. So when the rain does come, it just sort of rains off and doesn't go from my pack straight onto my trousers. So it's quite long, which I think is quite nice. Or it's long for me, whether it's long for everybody, because I'm a bit of a short ass. But yeah, I really like the length of that. So that's feature number 6, is the length, and obviously it's got elasticated bottom here as well, so it fits in snugly against you. I also really like the material. It feels really cottonish, but it's not. I'll put what the material is on the screen now because I have absolutely no idea, but it's just got a nice feel to it. It doesn't feel plasticky or nylon-y or anything like that. It feels just like a really nice jacket. It feels very sort of cottonish. Cottonish, is that a word? Probably. So the next feature is just reflective strips. So you've got a reflective logos here, and also you've got ones down the side, which I think is quite a handy feature. One of the things that you might find a little bit funny is I didn't realise that it's had another pocket. So it has got a pocket here just until I was doing this video. So I've had this jacket for what, 4 or 5 months. I didn't realise there was a pocket there as well. So it's got a chest pocket on the left hand side as well. So that's a bonus. Awesome. So the last feature is going to come in handy if you're a trail runner and you're not wearing a great big rucksack like I often do. So I probably won't use this feature that much, but actually the jacket turns into a bum bag. So you know what it's like when you're out running and it's raining, then not raining, raining, not raining, and you're taking your jacket on and off and on and off. So you can actually change it into a bum bag. So I'll show you how you do that. So basically you just put the hood in and you put your arms in. I'm going to go on the floor and do this now. So you just roll it up, and when you put it around your waist, it's got these little press studs. Which, to be honest with you, it's a little bit finicky to do. But they just clip in. I like the idea of it, but I probably won't be using it that much. But you can literally just put it around. If I turn around as well, you can see that, I don't know where it is, but you've still got the zip here. So you can still use the pocket as well, wherever it is. So you can still put stuff in there, like your phone or whatever, into the back pocket as well, which it's quite a good idea. And if you're trail running, I'm sure with some practice you roll that up really quite quickly, whiz it round, pop it together, and that's it. And it's easy just then to take off because it's just 2 poppers. Unroll it, and you're back to go with putting your jacket on. So that's it. So is there anything that I dislike about it? Let's have a look. So really there's only one thing that I didn't like about it too much. Well, a couple of things. Okay, so the first thing is that the sleeves are elasticated, but I'm really small and I've got really thin wrists, so I don't think I've got any jackets that are nice and snug around the sleeves, but that's not their fault, that's my fault because of my build. The other thing is the weight. So you've seen it packs down quite small, but not as small as the Frog Togs. And my Frog Togs, I think that weighs something like 288 grams, and this is 340 grams. So actually it is quite a weighty jacket. What I've decided to do, because it is quite warm as well, and it's got those vents, when I go on any hikes, I'm not going to take my big puffy jacket, which I know people might think I'm a little bit crazy, but I've got just a puffy gilet, which actually works really well, coupled with a nice windproof and waterproof rain jacket. So I think that combination will work well for me. So yeah, the weight. And I think one of the good things about this is the price. I think it cost me £89, which is really reasonable for a fully taped, so it's seam sealed and it's in seam taped as well. High jacket head of 15,000, breathability of 15,000 as well. So it ticks all my boxes for 89 quid. I don't think you can go wrong with that. I'll put a link in the description below where you can actually have a look at these, and they do them in men's, women's, all different sorts, but they've only got them in black at the moment. Whether they're going to come out with other colours in the future, I don't know. This is a fairly new jacket. I think it was only released to the public. The prototypes I think was only last October, so they probably came out early this year. So yeah, I think it's great. So that's the Harrier Run Free jacket. Check it out for yourself, and I'll let you know if I have any future problems. But yeah, so far loving this jacket. I think it's quite stylish as well. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. That's me done for another week. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to get outside, get inspired, go take a hike when you can, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Ta-da. Bye-bye.